Rick, can a night like tonight be characterized as one where you see the potential of a group like this, but you're also reminded just how new they all are together?
Yeah, the potential is obvious and very encouraging. The first quarter was really, spectacular. The energy, the pace, the ball movement, the shot making. It's a high bar. 47 points doesn't happen very often. But you can see, the possibilities. There's a lot to be encouraged about here. As the game went on, we wore down a little bit. I mean, I'm never my desire to play guys 39 minutes a game. That's just a lot. Sometimes you get into that in overtimes and stuff. But Tyrese and Buddy both played 39, and Oshae played 38, and Chris played 37, and that's a lot. So I got to look at that. But I think Tyrese showed a lot of the special skills that he brings. With his vision, with his ability to finish these difficult floaters. He makes them look easy. His shooting was terrific. Buddy obviously shot the ball well. And Tristan gave us good minutes too. He was out there during a stretch where things went pretty well for us, and then things turned as they turned it up, and we ran out of gas a little bit.
Do you sense that with Haliburton on the floor that you guys might play at a little bit of a faster pace than you have previously this year?
Yes.
Isaiah, was that the same ankle that he was dealing with, and is there any worry?
I believe so. I don't. My understanding is that this is probably not a serious thing. I don't know that he turned it. I think he just may have jammed it a little bit. So we'll see how he's feeling tomorrow. But there's a pretty stringent testing thing we do before a guy comes back and plays from an ankle injury or any kind of injury, and he passed it, headed into tonight, and we'll see where he is tomorrow. He's been a guy that's healed fast. I mean, it's pretty obvious from what happened early in the year with the knee and all that.
Tyrese mentioned that he had a good game, but he was focusing on the turnovers, the 6 turnovers. So, is that a thing where it's just a chemistry thing for some of those things? It looks like some plays you expect the guy to be in the corner, but he's not, and you just have to learn and grow.
Yeah, I mean, you had 4 guys out there that had never played with the other 7 guys in their lives, so you're going to have some stuff like that. But look, he has a probably a bit of a perfectionist view of the game as a facilitator and a quarterback of a team. He's an attention to detail guy, the guy that takes turnovers personally, and from what I've seen and what I've heard from people, he's an accountability guy. So, he'll be a harsh judge of his performances, but it was a heck of a lot more good than bad out there. That's for sure.
And then what did you think of Jalen Smith's debut? Not even here for 24 hours, comes in, knocks down 2 threes, and gave you all some good minutes.
Yeah, this is going to be a great situation for him because, with Torrey moved on to Phoenix, there are 4 minutes that we're going to have to fill. And, Oshae had a very good game tonight. But, playing him into the high 30s every night is gonna be tough, and so we're gonna have to have some guys fill those minutes as well. Terry Taylor, we'll see how he's feeling tomorrow as we get ready for Sunday. Jalen did a good job, and he played some 5 minutes as well, and he did some very effective things at both positions.
Buddy mentioned to us earlier that a lot of NBA teams kind of run similar stuff, but they use different terminology, and that was the part of the game that he was kind of figuring out as it was going. How long do you anticipate something like that taking, or how long has it typically taken in the past for guys in a new situation to kind of catch up on all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it usually takes a few days. The hope is it doesn't take that long. And in the NBA, players are so. The game plans are put together so quickly. The preparation There's such it's like an aviation alphabet. You know how NBA teams talk about game prep and things like that, and so generally they catch on very quickly. So, you know, I was impressed at the fact that a lot of the stuff they did catch on to in a very short period of time. But we'll have some time tomorrow to keep cleaning things up, and this will be a work in progress for a while. But we want to get everybody seamlessly integrated.
In the case of Tyrese and that kind of perfectionist mentality, he's talking to us about his poor fourth quarter and his 6 turnovers after his 23-point kind of game. Do you get the sense, and in your experience, has that kind of mentality really helped players grow or expedited growth in the past?
Well, there's a saying you've got to be your biggest fan as well as your biggest critic. And I think there's a balance there. He's an upbeat kid. An upbeat young man, and overall, I see him as a person with a very optimistic view of things. My guess is he'll look at the 6 turnovers, he'll probably look at them on film, process it, and then move on and stay positive. And that's what guys that are great point guards. That's what they do. They learn to. Have a short memory for what needs to be short and a long memory for what needs to be long. And one of the things that you learn over a period of many years in this league is that players need to see the positive things, because those things become part of the subconscious, and you want them always thinking about the positive things. So as we show film, we'll show some corrections, but we'll show 2 or 3 times as many clips of things being done positively, because that's really, really important.
What was it like to be on the other side of the Caris LeVert takeover?
Yeah, listen, this is why he's a special player, and this is why they wanted him, and why they were willing to give up, multiple picks and expiring contract and all that kind of stuff. And it's pretty clear that he's going to fit in well there. He got a really nice reception from the crowd. He wasn't here that long. I don't even know if he was here an entire year. But he is obviously very well thought of, both as a player and what he stands for as a person, and the things that he's persevered, and the vibe that he plays with. So it was really nice to see the crowd acknowledge their appreciation. And then, I know that the team showed a nice tribute video as well. So that was good. It's not, it's never fun getting, losing the game because of that guy, but I certainly know what he's capable of. A week ago tonight, he had 42 points for us. So I'm very much aware.
Spots, some moments you guys may like to have back. What were your impressions of your first game here in Indy?
Well, it was fun. Like you say, we had some bright spots, and I think you should do a better job. Just we have been learning terminology and everything. I think offensively we look really great. We do a better job boxing out. Defense guarding 1-on-1, and continuing our guy, and just playing team defense. Just coming together and learning each and every day, man. That's all I can tell you. I think that we shared the ball really well today, and I think we got to do a better job just collectively playing team defense.
Take me through that first quarter as a team. The 47 points are actually a franchise record for first quarter points, and you guys do it in your first moments on the floor together. What was it like to be out there, have kind of a vibrant crowd as well as you guys make your debuts?
It's fun. I didn't even know we did that. We still didn't win those. It doesn't matter. But I think that the fan base is really great tonight, and yeah, we were losing sucks, but it was our first game, and we wanted to make our first impression a good impression, and it's a great state. But we have a good team tomorrow. On Sunday against Minnesota, so we just gotta watch film, learn from stuff, and learn terminologies on defense and offensively, and get better, and also find ways to score down the stretch. I think that we get stagnant down the stretch, and we didn't really execute. So we gotta do a better job, like executing and stepping up and making plays.
But you had 8 assists tonight, 16 points, 9 rebounds. You're known as a career, shooter, but what was it about tonight that allowed you to do a little bit of everything?
Our teams always be up on the pick and rolls and stuff on me because of my shot. So I just try to tell the bigs to slip out quick. The team's playing me up high, right, and they can get to the basket and get an easy dunk or a layup or a hockey assist, swing. So I'm just trying to make the right reads. It's good to, this team is fun to play with. Guys that can play a lot of positions and guys that can shoot the ball and spread the court. So we just got to play together and just learn guys better and hopefully. Maybe some days I can have nights like this again.
And then you talked about it before, how you've been traded before, you've made debuts before. But what do you think of Tyrese's debut after being traded for the first time?
Oh, it was good. What's his stat line? Yeah, it was good. He's 23 points, and he's still young. He's still got a lot of things to do and work on and get better. I know he's not in the locker room now because he, just like me, want to make our first impression good impression, and he's tough and he's savvy. So we're trying to get his win on Sunday for sure.
Buddy, I know you've been playing with Tyrese for a while now, but as a shooter, how much does his passing open things up for you guys on the perimeter?
His passing is open a lot. You can tell how the ball is moving all throughout the game. You see guys getting wide open shots and the ball just moving side to side, and it was just fun to watch that. And he's a guy that's gonna find guys, and he does a good job in pick and roll. And of course, he has to work on a lot of things, but once you put in the right spots and put guys in space, and he's gonna make a play for you.
Buddy, how strange was that dynamic to your left? How strange was that dynamic? Just kind of feeling as prepared as you can, but not really knowing as many plays, not knowing the team, not knowing the setup well. Just take us inside your night and what that was like.
You know what it is in the NBA? Everybody runs the same stuff, kind of, sort of. They have their tweaks to it, but just different terminology. That's the problem, you just got to understand, which is this, Rick, we have similar plays, but it's just different terminology, but they do have a little tweak to it, which I kind of love, The continuity is fun, the pace we played with it was fun. So, I'm excited to see how this team can grow and how much we can play together these last couple of games. And just learn with each other and know we do with each other as well, and help each other. What Rick said earlier, we can help each other to score and help each other play defense together. So I'm excited to learn.
Karis, obviously, first game back here, I'm sure wanted to win this one and took over in the fourth quarter. So what was it that he did that made it kind of difficult for you all to slow him down?
He made a lot of tough twos. He made some tough shots. We should have blitzed him earlier. I think coach would call him blitz early. I think, like I said, new guys, we didn't really hear, guys didn't really hear what he was saying. And that's why I said we got to get more familiar with each other. Any score, you go grab and get rolling, you got to blitz them, So we just got to learn each other better, and I'll be fine.
Last one. I know you played with Lance previously. What was your impression of him being in this environment and knowing how he is with the fans? He hyped him up pretty well, and I know he's kind of known for that here. And what was your impression of that?
Born ready, man. He's fun to watch, man. He's gonna be laughing. I love watching Lance play. He's passionate, man. When you have somebody like that that's passionate for basketball, I know everybody see Lance out there, but he really loves basketball. He's a natural hooper. That's what we call it in basketball terminology. He's a natural hooper, and have a natural guy like that who loves to play basketball, who loves to hoop. It's good for the locker room, good for the environment around us.
Tyrese, it would be hard to imagine a better first quarter than the way the one went tonight. What was it like to be out there and kind of making your debut in front of the Pacers fans and along with your teammates in the way that you guys did?
Yeah, the energy was crazy. I think we were just feeding off the crowd and getting out and running. I think that's one thing I bring is I'm going to, force guys to get out and run and get shots up in a hurry. But, we just got to keep getting stops that allow us to run. And guys were making shots, and we were having a lot of fun. We just got to be better the next three quarters.
Late game scenarios, when the game slows down, a lot of that I would imagine communication is key. I mean, how much are you still noticing? You guys have been together less than 48 hours, and does that impact a fourth quarter like tonight?
Yeah, I think communication would definitely help. Karis was making some tough shots, getting kind of having his way in the fourth. I was really bad in the fourth. I got to be better, just getting the ball, getting us into spots, and just being better. So, I think we'll be better in the fourth quarter moving on. I think, obviously, we're a young team learning and growing, just learning each other. So, I think just communication is definitely going to help us.
Tyrese Buddy was saying, even though there's a lot of newness to it, there's some frustration because you didn't win. You're a winner. So how do you swallow it and maybe not hang on to it and move on from it when you know you want to win every game you play?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm frustrated. I felt like we played well enough, but I felt on myself that I could have been a lot better. 6 turnovers. That's not who I am at all. I think I had a couple of really bad ones, just getting ripped, and I had 2 late ones in the fourth that were pretty costly. So I'm hard on myself, and I want to be better, and I will be better. But just you got to take it in stride and just learn from everything. Obviously, we're young, and we're just growing together. But it's a process, and Rome wasn't built in one day. So just keep learning from it and keep growing together.
And then I believe you had a turnover like it was a weird inbound, and then you got somebody to get called for an illegal screen. So for you, just that quick turnaround, even in like a play or like a 2-second sequence like that, where does that come from to just put it behind you and go forward?
Yeah, I hate turning the ball over. Me and Rondo were actually talking about it during the game, but I hate that. So I'm just going to try to do everything I can to get it back after a bad turnover.
Tyrese, you've talked a lot about your turnovers here and things you think the team did poorly in the fourth quarter. Do you feel like after losses you're typically more reflective of the things you did poorly? Is that how you grow as a player in between games?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, 100%.
Is it hard for you to focus on the good after a game like that when you lose?
I mean, I think I got to watch film to give you that answer, but I want to grow, and obviously there's things to be positive about, but it's not going to help. It's not going to help me keep be better. I just got to look at what I did bad and get better at that.
Tyrese, I know it's game 1, but the dialogue around you since you've been here in the last 48 hours is, you got Carlisle saying you're special, and you got Pritchard saying we want to build around this guy. He's a franchise caliber guard, things like that. How do you deal with that, just knowing the expectations that are on you?
It's just basketball. You know what I'm saying? Just having fun, doing what I do. Obviously there's the business side of it, which I've, been awoken to lately. But at the end of the day, like, I love this game and I love playing basketball. So the fact that they see that in me, 2 guys like that see that in me is super cool, and it means a lot to me. And it's an honor. But more than anything, I'm just trying to have fun out there. You know what I'm saying? And bring fun to Indiana, and just that'll lead to wins. So I'm just going out there having fun.
You spoke about how you were impressed with Chris Duarte even before you got here, and I think there's a lot of people that can imagine you two kind of sharing the backcourt for a long time. Just one game, but it seemed like the chemistry was pretty good. What did you think of playing next to him?
Yeah, I think we're just learning each other. You know what I'm saying? I think he's learning me and I'm learning him, and I'm just trying to get him involved as much as I can. Obviously, he can score the ball really well, can shoot the ball really well. They challenged him defensively. He had to guard Karras, towards the end of that game, and he got some tough baskets, but, I thought Chris did a good job, and so we're just learning and growing together every day. I think we had that little miscommunication that led to the turnover in the fourth on the baseline drift, but that's going to happen, so just keep learning each other. We'll be better.
And I asked Buddy the same thing, but what was your first impression of playing in an environment where Lance is kind of like the orchestrator of the crowd, and to be a part of kind of like that avalanche where he can really get it pretty rowdy in there?
Yeah, I love Lance. I love watching him play. So being on the same court as him is, it's a lot of fun. You guys see the energy he brings on a nightly basis. So just looking forward to learning from him. He got on me a little bit today, just to, certain things that he saw that I could do better. So it's awesome when you have, an older guy like that who's giving you tips and telling you what he sees. So I'm just, learning from him as much as possible. Just talking about, when I get switches, just keep being aggressive. I think a couple of my turnovers were non-aggressive mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to spray out and guys getting steals. So he's just been on me to be more aggressive, and you expect that from a guy like Lance who scores the ball. So you definitely got to be better at that.
Oshae, there's been a lot of discussion about the new guys and what they've been able to bring. As somebody who was here and watched a lot of turnover, what's it like from your perspective to have a bunch of new players come in and try to learn each other on the fly?
It's crazy. It's amazing to see, how well we were able to play together, how well we were able to click, and that just goes to show, everyone on the floor knew how to play, the game of basketball the right way, being the fact that we had, one practice, a shoot around, and we're able to really find each other in our spots. I think that's what we did really well. There was no selfishness, there was no agenda, and it's just something that we got to carry on for the rest of the season.
Can a night like tonight be characterized as one where you see the potential of a group like this, but you're also seeing a reminder at times on the floor that you guys have been together less than 48 hours?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just look at the way we started the game. Got a stop, transition, dunk, and then we were able to do that for 3 straight quarters. We just got to lock in and learn how to play together in the fourth. But like you said, it's potential, and the way that we were able to start the game and keep it going for such a long time it was special.
Oshae, how do you anticipate kind of what's being asked of you and the team now being different because of personnel, especially going off that first quarter where you're running more, capitalizing off turnovers, that playing style?
Well, for me, I'm going to just continue to be myself, do all the things that got me here, rebound, help, defense, defend, and, score when I can. We got Tyrese here who is, really looking for everybody and knows when to score and, really plays for everybody. And that's the way I like to play. I like to cut, I like to run, and, we just really match up really well. So, for me, I'm just going to continue to do what I do, continue to be myself, never going to try to defer from that. Never try to defer from that because, we don't need that stuff. Like I said, today was a good showing of what we're capable of doing, what we're able to do. We just got to continue to do it for the rest of the season.
You just sort of addressed it, Oshae, but tied your season high in scoring, season high in rebounds tonight. Do you feel like you fit better now with the new group of guys that you have than maybe some of the old guys that are no longer here?
No, I'm not going to say that. The guys that were here before, I was able to play well with them. Able to do what I was able to do with them. There were just, more seasoned vets, more guys that, knew how to play, so the rotation was a little bit different. But, like I said, I'm just going to continue to be myself. I was myself before and do the same things now. Everyone that left, they're going on to do what they have to do, better for themselves, better for their family. So, shout out to those guys. But who we have now is what we got to carry on for the rest of the season.
Karras mentioned after the game in one of the interviews he did that it was weird to be on the other side, and I think he mentioned your name, seeing you on the other side. So what was it like for you to be on the other side of it, and maybe to see him take over but not want it to happen because he's not on your team anymore?
It was crazy. Vert was one of the guys who really helped me as soon as I got here, and I didn't know who he was. All I knew was hearing things about him and how good he was of a scorer, but he's a great person, great down-to-earth person, and I learned that within my first 2 days here on my 10-day. And he's just a great role model, a great vet, someone that I really look up to. And like you said, seeing him do the stuff he was on today, it was annoying. I wanted to go double team, but they had Mobley's 7-foot self down there, so I couldn't really leave him. But Vert, he does that stuff, and shout out to him. I'm glad he's happy, glad he's enjoying it over there. But next time we play him, I'm gonna have to give him a little foul or something, make him know.
And then what was your first impression of playing with Tyrese? He was saying he loves to get out and run and push, and that seems to fit your game as a slasher and a guy who can really get to the rim.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, the first play showed exactly how we could, be as a team, and he draws so much attention because he's such a great passer, such a great scorer. So that really plays into the way that I like to play, cutting and spotting up. And, we just got to keep building. We have guys, great shooters on the team, guys who get to the basket. So once we figure each other out a little bit more, we're going to be really good. We just got to, keep building on the things that we did well today.